Hey, welcome to another episode of Legion Elite Motorsports. I'm your host, Isaiah. And in this episode, of course, judging by the thumbnail, we have a new car to add to the fleet. So, let's check it out. Here she is, the new car added to the fleet. It is an 89 Chrysler Conquest. And it's in pretty decent shape, not bad. Missing a couple things here, all fixable. She runs and drives amazingly, actually. And we're gonna start emptying this guy out so we can get her ready to be cleaned up. Got factory exhaust there. Got to clean out the tail light, not too bad. And underneath, she is 100% clean. As you can see, no rust or nasty deposits. Everything's looking clean and good. So, let's get to the inside because I know we're gonna have our work cut out for us. Besides the paint, needs to be redone, especially the roof. So, yeah, let's check out the inside. So, on the inside, she's gonna need some work. First off, this seat needs to be replaced. We got custom gauges over here, a disintegrated armrest, so that needs to be replaced. Gotta put the gauges back in. Might need some new buttons over here. Passenger seat doesn't look that bad, probably because it has that cover on it, but we're gonna take that cover off and take a peek, see what's going on. So that, then there's lots of parts in here. We're gonna empty all of that out. And then it's got a basic radio, some weird gauges, carpet. The heat works in this car, which is good. The dashboard needs to be cleaned. And then, yep, lots of parts and gauges, more carpet, stuff of that nature. Those pedals gotta go. Back seats aren't too sad, but on the top, you can see there's some heavy wear and tear there. And let's go to the trunk. Let's check this car out. So, in the trunk, shocks work. That is definitely good. Let's see. So, these look good. Not too bad. We got trim here. This one is not too good. Okay. See if we could put that on a list. Oh yeah, someone went ham. Supposed to look like that, but looks like that. This piece is off. So this tail light was cleaned and repaired because it was nasty and rusty at the bottom. This tail light wasn't done yet, so we have to pull that apart, clean that out, do the same thing. And then here's that fog light. It seems to be destroyed. So we gotta do one of those. Oh, but at least we have the trim. That's in good shape. We have a full box of randomness here. Stuff that pretty much fell apart. Okay, that's for the lights. Oh, this car has steel braided brake lines up front. The rear wasn't done yet. So there's that. Looks like we're missing some. But either way, we got a new slave cylinder there. This tail light isn't too bad, but definitely seen better days and everything. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right, so let's check out the engine. Okay, here we are at the engine bay. Somebody got creative with the overflow bottle. Not bad. And then after that, we got a nice bolt-on radiator. From what I understand, they hooked the radiator fan straight, which is a big no-no. So we're going to make sure we fix that. We have a blaster coil over here. New injector plugs, great idea. Boom, boom, boom. Nice overpipe. This is capped off. That's kind of weird, but okay. And then they hacked up the can and didn't button it back, so that's interesting. Stock turbo with a nice thermal cover, heat shield, very nice. We have aftermarket downpipe, looks like 2.5 inch. We have a aftermarket turbo manifold there. That's looking pretty good. Okay. And then, yeah, not bad. We got the water jackets hooked up there, which this is a long run for a water jacket. Might need to shorten that up a little bit. Probably add a 90 here, bring it down, come straight to home right there, and be good to go. But not bad, not bad. So we got ABS delete, so that's deleted. Like I previously said, we have the steel braided brake lines up front, but not in the rear. This one does have a brand new clutch that was put in there, which is good. The head gasket has been replaced. Also, this is a stock head, so we're talking jet valves and stock head bolts. You know, which is not a terrible thing, but you know, it'll definitely stand the test of time. I'm gonna check the ignition timing. That's one thing I gotta put on my to-do list. Let's see. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much about it. They have these Ricer windshield washer squirters with lights in them. That's no good, but not bad. Replaced the headlights, so those are nice and bright. You're able to see at night with no problem, which is really good. And yeah, power steering works. There's no leaks there. As you can see, they took out the AC condenser and a couple of lines, so it's not too terrible, but yeah, not bad, not bad. Okay, so I had to tidy up this line. It was really bothering me. So I cut it and plugged it in over there and cleaned up this area just a little bit. I took off the factory catch can because it wasn't connected to anything. If I was going to connect it, they closed the little line that comes up from the oil pan over there. So it's pretty much a sealed system. So next thing we can do, we are going to crank it up, see what she sounds like, see how she runs. So, wow, a lot of stuff disconnected there. All right, so we will get that stuff connected and we should be good to go. So let's do that. Okay, so we cleaned out the car and now it looks a little bit more presentable. So let's crank it up and see what we're working with. Alrighty. There we go. Starts up like a champ. Now, I have reason to believe that they have the wrong engine oil in here, but once she warms up, she smooths out and she runs like a champ. So let's let her warm up and let's see what she sounds like. And there, once she warms up, she acts completely civilized and not bad. Not bad. She's really quiet. I noticed that the idle air control is no longer there. O2 sensor not connected, and TPS is jacked up. So we do have our work cut out for us, but it is a good platform to begin with. But she runs perfect. Let's give her a couple of revs, see what she sounds like, huh? Pretty interesting. But yeah, I like it. It's a good platform. So yeah, I think the next thing I'm gonna do right now is check timing to see if she is where she needs to be and kind of take it from there. We could probably use some spark plug wires too, because those are very mismatched, but enough to have us check the timing. So she runs and drives excellent, very smooth, very quiet. I definitely want to put on the list to change the oil. We want to go 1040 conventional. I do not use synthetic oils when it comes to Starions, period. To each his own. But yeah, so let's check this timing and see what's what. All right, let's see what we got. Hopefully I can have it where you guys can see it. Probably not. Let's see if I can adjust it. Exactly where she's supposed to be at. That's perfect. Yep, that's exactly where she's supposed to be at. So for those of you who are new to the StarQuest world, you want to make sure that the ignition timing is 10 degrees before top dead center. That's the way these engines operate. So note to self, write that down, guys. Very important. Alright, but other than that, she's perfect. She idles great. Idles a little high without the idle air control motor, which you can eliminate, and I'm going to explain that to you guys a little bit later, but you can eliminate the idle air motor and it'll stay at 1 RPM depending on where you set it. But one thing that a lot of people forget is to reset the TPS, which we did an episode on that also. But yeah, so far she is very, very close to perfection. We're going to tidy up a couple things and take it from there, but yeah, she's great. Also, note to self, when checking timing, RPM needs to be at 850 RPM to give the most accurate reading, okay? That's another thing. RPM needs to be at 850. So because this one's at 1100, give or take, it's not as accurate, but it's not too far off either. So I'm comfortable with leaving it there. But for you guys, I want you guys to have it as close to perfection as possible. So make sure your RPM is at 850 RPM. Warmed up is the best way to check that. So, yep, take that there and move forward. So, also, I didn't plan on fixing too much in this car this episode, but I couldn't help myself. The car has no gauges, so I had to put a fix to it. So let me show you the gauges I put in there. Besides the terrible seats, I put in some gauges that I had laying around, and I'm gonna go through what works and what doesn't work. So RPM works, the temperature works, boost works, mile per hour does not work, gas works, and voltage works. So there's only two gauges that don't work, which is oil pressure and mile per hour. So that's not too bad. I plan on fixing those two items immediately. Also, I'm looking for another gauge cover. This one's a little jacked up, so if anybody has one of these, definitely shout me a holler in the comments and we'll take it from there. There we go. But also there's one gauge here that works, which is the temperature gauge. So I have double temperature, that one and this one, which gives you a nice readout. It's right around 170 degrees. It's perfect. So yeah. So that is my new car. And with that being said, I hope you guys are excited. We got a little bit of work to do on that car, but I really think it's going to come out nice, and it'll be something to be enjoyed. So until then, remember guys, knowledge is power, and I will see you guys next time.